Welcome to another Studs Up. You know the drill now. I'm Ryan Scott Douglas. It's brought to you by talkSPORT Bet. We're about episode 4. So wherever you are, strap yourselves in, make yourself a coffee, a tea. If you're travelling, please enjoy, because we've got an hour, about an hour of amazing conversation, sports, everything in between. And I'm joined by the usual suspects, but I'll give them a nice intro, because last time I didn't do that. They weren't happy, the boys. They really weren't happy.
Oh yeah, we do riot.
Yeah,
we riot.
exactly.
We're divas. We're like it's like Mariah Carey and
we suffer.
Dionne Warwick sitting there.
Yeah, we can't handle it.
So I'm going to tee you up. I'll say he used to beat fullbacks week in, week out, and now he's trying to beat taxman, allegations. HMRC,
clever.
they're on him. They're on him.
He's on me.
It's David Bentley. How are you, sir?
I'm good, yeah.
Good. And if he's not been replying to your messages or your calls this week, it's because he's playing the Frank Lampard personalised message on repeat. It is Rory Jennings. How are you, Rory?
Yeah, I'm very well, and you have no idea how true that is. You have no idea quite how true that is. Yeah. David mentioned, like, as a little bit of a joke, that I've been sleeping in the top. Yeah. It's not a million miles away from the truth.
Yeah,
it's like I kind of get like the amount of people that have got in touch with me just going, what is he doing about Lampard? Like, what's he doing? What's he giving you that one? So no, over the moon with it.
It's amazing. We'll come on to it in a bit more detail. We've got to start with the HMRC though.
Yeah,
they've been on you for podcasting, haven't they? So what was it? It was, well, he said the cardinal sin of podcasting is just saying it was a hat trick.
Yeah.
When it wasn't a hat trick. What happened?
Oh, he's on me, wasn't he?
Straight in the deep
I
end,
I'd come out and said the Lampard game 21 years ago.
Right. Let's put that in there.
21 years ago, I said that he scored a hat trick. He did score a great goal.
Yeah.
So one of my elements was true. But I also said that he scored a hat trick against me. So it must have been 21 years of pain and hurt that I must have every day thought, and it just got worse through time, that it felt like a hat trick.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's where I was at. But he's got on me, and
he's great though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Carell.
He's great. You've had
yeah.
him on your podcast before, haven't you, Rory?
Yeah, I've had him on, and he's brilliant. And the way that he puts it all together, you know, as soon as you hear that, right, come to the state, you know that it's going to be a good one. And the way that he puts it all together is genius. Like, I think he's like genuinely a genius. You know, he obviously pulls it apart. And I think you were a bit unlucky, David, because the point that you were making, and I think it's such a valid point, was Lampard affects games.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you thought that you were kind of dictating the tempo. You thought that you were having a good game, and you felt like he wasn't necessarily as involved as you anticipated. But it's a decisive moment.
Yeah.
Spoke about it on the overlap. There was a great bit on the overlap where Des Walker was talking about the difference between Stuart Pearce and Tony Dorigo, and he basically said that the difference was Dorigo was very technically gifted, but Stuart Pearce would affect the result, and that's the point, isn't it? Lampard affects the result, and he scored a banger in that game, so I could see it was worthy of 3.
He was so good, it felt like 3. That's
it's
the way,
worthy of 3 goals. Yeah,
exactly.
But I got it back with the Dennis Bergkamp one.
He gave you flowers.
Give me love.
Yeah, he did.
And now he's one of my best mates.
Yeah.
DMing each other
Oh,
on Insta.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Get the taxman on side. Get the taxman on side.
So maybe chucking a few curveballs in this episode. See what he's
curveballs
doing.
read there and said we're going out there. So watch yourself, the taxman. HMRC, bosh. I'm on ya.
You got a personalised message from Lampard for Rory Jennings.
Rory, Frankie loves me more than you. What do you think?
No chance, Rory. How's the shirt, mate? Looking after it? All good?
He slept in it, ain't you? Since you got it.
What were you doing with him, first of all? I mean,
Well,
you're rubbing shoulders with England royalty.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm obviously celebrity and so on. Rory.
You are. Do you know?
Well,
you've got friends
now.
far from
Miami
it.
boy, look.
No. I wish. No, you've got friends in very high places.
I have, yeah, exactly. It was just a little day out, a bit of a lunch sort of get together,
Yeah.
and we caught up on sort of tactics at commentary, and he was leaning on me for advice. He knew that I'm obviously the world's greatest podcaster,
yeah.
and obviously an iconic pundit now moving forward.
Yeah.
Lamps thought he would sort of talk to me about tactics at commentary, and that's not the truth. But it's a great story.
Yeah.
We were on Fenners, from Soccer AM. He's got a great new show where he goes through your boots from when you were a kid, 6-7 years old, and he brings the boots out in boxes. He lines them up and you get them out.
So does he sources them? He gets the boots
well, he
on
sort
your
of
behalf?
uses all ours. If we got them all, if you don't have them, he'll source the boots. Sort of, I had white Mizunos from back in the day.
Love that.
Mizuno.
Wow. Love it.
When you couldn't wear. I'm actually giving away a bit of the show here, aren't I? But yeah. It was in there, and Lamps was on there. Lamps, look.
Lamps.
Already?
He's my mucker, isn't he? Lamps.
Sir Frank,
I call him
yeah.
Lamps.
Sir Frank.
So he was there before, and then obviously, what great timing that were, you know, him, the classy bloke he is. He's obviously give Rory that shirt and
Rory, what was
sent
that
a message.
like, man? What was that?
I mean, it was amazing, and obviously Davey getting that message was also brilliant. It was brilliant, and I do like this idea of the boots. You can always remember, can't you? Do you know what I always used to like, and I still have a real soft spot for them.
Go on.
High techs. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Dennis Wise. Dennis Wise would always play in high techs. Rud Hullet would always play in Lotto.
Yeah.
And as a result, when I buy boots now, I will always see if they're a high tech or a Lotto, simply as a homage to two of my heroes when I was a kid.
Deodoras. Remember Deodora?
God, you guys are too old school, man.
Do you know what my overriding memory of boots are? Do you know when a Predator came out?
Yeah.
Listen to how mental this is. In the flats where I grew up, it was in Kilburn, right, northwest London. There was one of those like Foot Locker type shops, right? We all, as like all the kids in the flats, went down the high road and we nicked a boot. You know, like it's just on. You know, like they got the one Predator boot. Yeah. It was probably like a left foot size 9 or whatever. And we brought it back to the estate, and we were all trying it on, like booting a ball round, going, "Do you see the curl on that?"
I love it.
Just like one boot put it on the Predators, but that's what it did.
Yeah, man.
Those boots, like, it became like a cultural phenomenon.
They had the real ripples.
Yeah, the real.
They made you feel like it was doing something.
Yeah.
Like my era was noughties. Total 90s, man. Rooney, when Rooney was tearing it up, wearing number 8 as well, but like, you know, that proper
beautiful boot. Yeah,
they were.
Always Ronaldo, no one.
Ronaldo as well. Yeah,
but they're iconic football boots, like you said. Like when you go back through history and you look at it, they just bring back memories, and that's what the show does. It brings back some, really nice memories when you think about it.
So what were you? You were a Mizuno man.
I went from white Mizunos, right?
Oh yeah.
But they were at the time when you can only wear black boots, and I've got white Mizunos because Rivaldo had them on, didn't I? Yeah. So I'm wearing them in the youth team, white boots, just bowling into Arsenal. After, but then there's also, I've got other
Tony Adams would love that.
I know.
Who is this cocky little
Martin Keown's
black
he's
boots
getting
until you earn it. Yeah.
And then I had the Adidas Preds. So I was getting sponsored by Adidas.
Ooh.
But they personalised my boots. But also personalised boots.
They weren't personalised for you. They were David Beckham's, but the DB, they just gave it to you.
Well, that's it. 43, I think I had on. Classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Turning up. But there was like, because personalised boots, now it's so common. Like back then, it obviously wasn't. And then the other players, you'd have first team players. I'd be turning up as a 16, 17-year-old with personalised boots. Amazing. And you got full-time pros without
Would you go through like one pair of boots a week, or did you have like a pair of lucky boots, or what was your kind of mantra?
When I got sort of sponsored and so on, I used to go for a pair of boots a week.
Did you? You were one of those?
Because it would be in my head. I needed them sort of perfect. But couldn't have baggy boots. I always had a smaller boot as well.
I think that's quite common.
Common.
John Terry, I think, if this legend is true, a different pair of boots per half.
Half.
Yeah, he had 3 boots. He had one for the warm up.
No way.
One for the first half, one for the second.
No
3
way.
boots to go.
Yeah.
Superstitious. Like,
I think once you start these
you
things,
try to eliminate things that can make you lose, and the small details, you felt like they'd have a positive effect.
No way.
I had a situation where I had switch, what are called switches? A few. What are they called? I can't even remember what they're called now.
I don't even know what you're trying to
get
to.
Plugs into. I don't know where I'm going.
What,
with
like a
this.
socket?
Your socket.
Oh,
Plug
yeah.
socket. What? I can't remember that. I'm
You're looking at me for help. I couldn't help
you're posh. I don't have sockets in my. I'll go like that. So I had a thing with a red. The red bit of the socket.
Yeah.
I couldn't leave, and hotels were a nightmare for me. I got into the habit of
turn them all off.
I don't know where it started. I'd have to turn. I couldn't see the red.
Yeah.
If I left the red open, we'd lose the game.
Energy. Greta Thunberg, love you.
Yeah, I know. Me and Greta.
Look what he's doing for the planet, the boy. Amazing.
I was ahead of the time, wasn't I?
You were.
I was climbing. Yeah. I was.
Those little superstitions are interesting. I can see how the mind works. So you've got, especially if it works one week.
Yeah,
got to do it again.
Of course you do until it doesn't work. Let's pivot. We've done a lot of chat there, a lot of waffle, which is what we do.
Waffle.
Yeah,
we're good at
waffle. Let's go. Where else can we start actually when we talk about current affairs, current sporting headlines? Rory, Chelsea late winner. I mean, I've got to say, you went studs up on Maresca last week. You have been a bit harsh on Chelsea recently. Surely that made you a happy man.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, it's a last-minute winner against Liverpool. It's a last-minute winner against the champions. It's Estevao announcing himself to the world, which was a moment. And I don't think I've seen Stamford Bridge rocking like that for years. Maybe that's the best result at Stamford Bridge under this new ownership. You know, madness blaring, people dancing on the seats, one step beyond on full blast. It's dreamlike. That's what we're after. And as much as you're right, I have been fairly hostile to Maresca. I think that he got it right there.
Okay.
He was brave, he was bold. We ended up with Reece James at centre-half, Jarell Hatto at centre-half, and we were still going for the jugular, still testing Liverpool, still going for the win. And it was a bravery that I wouldn't necessarily associate with Maresca's Chelsea. I just hope that we can now use that as a springboard, because that result is a statement.
Oh, amazing!
You just have to use it, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like we had a similar conversation. You know, when Man United beat Chelsea, we were talking about Amorim. You beat Chelsea; it's a big result, a result that most people didn't expect. You now need to use that result as a galvanising force and like fly off the back of that result.
Yeah.
So we need to do that, because look, as much as you're right, I have been hostile. We've dropped points to Brentford and Brighton. So it was kind of right.
Yeah.
I think Maresca's celebration.
Do you like
Yeah, I
it?
loved
I reckon he was running going, Rory Jennings, F that! Studs up on me! That's what it was.
I loved it. Do you know what? There are certain things that chime with certain fans of clubs, isn't there? And I reckon Chelsea, like, you know, West Ham fans will talk to you about the West Ham way, and Tottenham like the games we played in an expansive way and whatever else. We, as a support, love rebel managers.
Yeah.
Mourinho, adore him. Antonio Conte, like that season following Chelsea when Antonio Conte was the manager, is one of the best I've had. We went from 10th to top. It was an amazing. We adore those kind of managers. Getting sent off against Liverpool after a last-minute winner, good.
Yeah.
Good. Dive straight head first into the Matthew Harding lower, good.
I loved his little JD Sport get-up as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just had the full track.
Yeah. Did you look
He
one
just
of the boys?
went, F that,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
He looked like a geezer in the stands.
He did,
He looked
yeah.
like a geezer in the
Yeah.
stands, which is what you want.
Just having it, yeah.
That relationship.
Yeah.
That sort of
Humanises
feeling.
him a bit, you know, puts you on your level. Yeah, I get it.
But it's how we do now. You know, the international break hasn't come at a great time for us. I think it's come at a great time for Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
Don't think it's come at a great time for us, because what you want to do is you want to build on a result like that. You want to play tomorrow. But let's see now, because I think that result should really give a belief, and we should have learnt a lot about ourselves, man. We had it all, didn't we?
Yeah.
Tenacity,
Considering
spirit.
who finished on the pitch as well, by the way. Like, you know, it wasn't all of the superstars, was it? I mean, like you say,
Such a
Esteban.
depleted team.
Yeah.
Reece James, like, he's an amazing footballer, but he's not centre-half. But you've got Reece James at centre-half. You've had Achiampong playing for large portions of the game. You've got Jarell Hatto, who's basically a kid playing. You've not got Cole Palmer on the pitch. It's a big result, man.
Yeah.
Like, really big result.
Yeah.
Terrible news for Liverpool. Brilliant. I mean, the winners of the day, though, annoyingly, is Arsenal, isn't it?
Well, you know, that brings me perfectly onto this. And I want to get your reactions live on Studs Up. They're favourites now to win the Premier League. They are odds-on favourites to win the Premier League. That's what talkSPORT Bet make them anyway. Do you make them? Let's start with you, Bence. Do you make them to be favourites to win the league this year?
I don't know whether you can put them in as favourites at the minute. I mean, they're sitting top of the league, but I think it's
Odds-on favourites.
Yeah, odds-on favourites. There's a bit of a like I said, a lot of teams are going through a bit of a transitional sort of period. They're figuring themselves out. Arsenal's shown good signs of winning football matches. Very strong. I think if Gorka up front, if he lands and he starts scoring the goals, they'll have a much more increased chance of winning the league. But I think it's too early to call it. They've started well, but I think across that top six, it's pretty open at the minute.
Yeah, so you're not having them as favourites. What about you, Rory?
Do you know why they might be? You just can't score against them. They've just got such a strong defence. That spine at the back is so solid. Like Liverpool have conceded 3 times as many goals. 3 times. For every single time Arsenal concede a goal, Liverpool concede 3.
This season?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a great start.
Yeah. And obviously last season, when Liverpool did win the league, Arsenal had a better defence than them last season. You know, Arsenal conceded less goals than Liverpool last season. But this year, they're scoring the goals as well. And whilst I still think that Liverpool are favourites, I think it's very... I feel like people are often very snide to the reigning champions. They're the champions for a reason, man.
Yeah.
Like, give them the respect. They're the champions for a reason. They won the league at a canter last year. 10 points clear. So let's acknowledge what Liverpool is still capable of.
You're making them favourites, Liverpool?
I still think Slot gets it right, yeah.
Okay.
I still think Slot gets it right, but I can understand why Arsenal are odds on with talkSPORT Bet. Primarily because you just don't score against them.
Yeah, where they're going to lose.
You
where
just
they're gonna
don't.
drop
Yeah,
points.
you just don't. I mean, the other thing that we should probably just mention if we're going to do this is anyone having City.
I think they're third in the betting, to be honest, as it stands at the time of recording. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you because they're one of those teams that could just creep up, they're breathing down your neck and then bang, they're in front and you can't catch them.
Do you think, David, right? You know, from your experience, you've done this. Ryan and I have watched it with all, but you've done it. You know the way that, say, Arsenal won a league, the way that Man United won a league when they took Van Persie from Arsenal. Yeah. And basically Van Persie won them the league, didn't he? Do you remember all those goals he scored pre-Christmas?
Unbelievable.
Van Persie lands and basically wins them the league.
Yeah.
What City have is they've got arguably the best keeper in the league, arguably, in fact, the best keeper in the world, and then definitely the best striker in the league.
Yeah.
Is that enough? Can Haaland, the form he's in, just win them a league title?
Potentially, but that opens the door for a Chelsea, a Man City, or a Tottenham, for instance, to go out into the market in January, buy the right player, and win the league.
Hold on a second. I'm just going to stop you there, David Bentley. Did you just say Tottenham?
I did. Well, they're sitting up there,
you got to pull him up on it, just because he just crammed it in. Yeah. He said a Man City, then he said an Arsenal, and then he went
throw him in there. Come on,
Tottenham.
Look, you can't do that. You're right. You did well there.
No, thank you. That was VAR.
Additions to a squad that can make a squad better. They're solid at the back. They've got a new manager in. They've sorted themselves out. If you make one or two additions, like a centre forward, we're just talking about the right Haaland type player that comes in and can win you the league. At the end of the day, because the league's so open, I think in previous seasons, you've looked at a Man City and you can be in October and say they're going to win the league. Or you can look at a Liverpool last year. October, I think Liverpool, because due to City falling apart and Arsenal maybe, you could probably look at Man United in seasons before Chelsea. This season, I don't think you can do that. That's why the discussions on a favourite.
Yeah.
I don't think Arsenal. I don't think you can do that.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting value, by the way, by having that. Yeah, that's where we're at.
It's basically this, though, isn't it? Like, it's Liverpool. Can they do it off the back of being champions? And then the other two, can Arsenal be solid enough at the back? Can Arsenal's defence propel them to a title? And then can Haaland and therefore Man City's attack drag them to a title?
Yeah, it's true.
I feel like it's those. And look, you could put an honourable mention in for Tottenham and Chelsea if you want, but realistically, it's not. It's one of those three, and probably not City, in my opinion. Maybe just one of the two.
Well, Spurs are 40-1 with talkSPORT bet, just to give a little bit of
context. Go on, Tottenham.
40-1.
40-1 with talkSPORT bet.
That's enough of that chat.
They're sitting up there. Hey, were they third in the league now?
I don't know. Are they?
No,
they're not third.
They're not.
Where are they?
Mate, they're not third.
Oh, I'm just dreaming.
HMRC.
Where are they?
Right, let's stay on with the Premier League. Ange Postecoglou, right, he's on the brink, they're saying already. Is that ridiculous, or do you think that's justified? Rory?
No, it's justified. He's a woeful manager. He's a terrible manager. And Mr. Marianakis has made a pig's ear of this.
Is this who you're going studs up on this week, Ange Postecoglou?
I could do that every week, but the problem is there's nothing sort of controversial or newsworthy about it. I'm not kind of enlightening anyone because everybody knows that he is categorically a terrible manager. What Mr. Marianakis has done is disgraceful. He has sacked, whatever you think of Nuno Espirito de Santo, they have sacked a sort of clinically proven good manager. And they have appointed a clinically proven bad manager. Like, Postecoglou is a terrible Premier League manager. That is the least controversial thing that I've ever said. Nobody will disagree with the words I just said. Postecoglou is a terrible Premier League manager. Oof. Espirito Santo is a decent Premier League manager. How can you sack the decent Premier League manager and appoint the proven dreadful manager?
Yeah,
it takes them down. Like he actually takes them down. I know. And it would be a travesty because Marianakis wants the best for Forest, no doubt. Forest are a good club, man. Like, the Premier League is a better place
when Forest are in it. I agree with that.
Right, proper club, proper support, proper history, proper stadium. Like, you want Forest in the Premier League, but this bozo manager is going to take them down if they don't act, and they should. What Mr. Marianakis needs to do is go, do you know what? I tried it. It was a valiant attempt. It was a progressive appointment. I thought it would work. It hasn't. Yeah. Now I'm going to appoint the manager that keeps us up.
I remember when people were laughing at me, right, when it was Ange and Ten Hag were both in charge at the same time, and I was saying Ten Hag is tenfold a better manager than Ange Postecoglou, and I was getting laughed at in the studio. I was the only one in the room, and now look at this. Well, now look where we are.
When he first came in at Tottenham, when I was going to the games, taking my boy to the game, he was igniting a sort of new spirit into the football club.
Robbie Williams
the song
and all
helped
that,
him
wasn't it?
out.
Yeah.
The stadium was booming. The players were
first
playing
10
with freedom.
games were unbelievable or something.
Yeah,
as well.
his first season wasn't too bad. I think what he's done is, Ange, he's let himself down that he's been offended by the media's sort of judgment on him, and he's got too enrolled in sort of listening to their comments and their articles and their press conference, and he's gone into a negative sort of frame of mind, and I think that's reflecting on his team and his players.
Yeah.
He's not distancing himself away from what they're saying, criticism.
Yeah.
What he's doing is he's engaging in that. So when he first came into Tottenham, he was different energy,
happy-go-lucky and all that, but it was always nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, when things are going well, and you're then big Ange and laughing and joking. Do you remember at one point he said, "I'm not going to criticise referees because things were going really well for him." Underneath that sort of jovial exterior, he was always a miserable. You know, he was always quite spiteful, always quite prickly. In
looking down at the ground when he loses.
He's another manager like Russell Martin and these other people around football at the minute where they get sort of transfixed on just having the same system, not allowing, when the set pieces coaches and so on, just conceding so many goals from set plays at Tottenham, and now he's gone in at Forest and done exactly the same thing. He doesn't adapt. He sort of sticks. He's stubborn.
They have a good defence.
He needs to be adaptable, and he's not doing that, which makes him
bad manager.
A very bad manager now.
Yeah. And do you know what? It's like you're reading my mind, Ben. That's what you do.
That's what I do.
I know that's
Be careful.
Get out of there.
Be careful. HMRC.
Get out of there.
It's the telepathy. It's like York and Cole in the studio.
It is. I know. Yeah, we're feeling that right now. And it's Russell Martin you mentioned there. 123-day reign. 29%, which is the win percentage, which is the lowest in the club's history. He's gone now. That's over. And Steven Gerrard is currently the favourite to take over the job. You like that?
I do like that. I think Russell Martin. I think what he's done. He's in the Ange bag, isn't he? With all the other managers that have got, like I said, they become isolated by this system and formation. And I play this way, and they become negative. It's not a positive attitude. And you can see the way he's done. He did it at Southampton. He just continued to lose games with a system, but very much like Ruben Amorim at Man United. Same sort of guy, just so stubborn. You've got to be adaptable. The game changes monthly, it just keeps changing, and you've got to adapt to it. And Russell Martin, he's gone up there and he hasn't come across very well. You listen to his interviews as well, he hasn't endeared himself to the fans, the players, the club.
It's because it's all built on sand. It's all built on sand. It's all smoke and mirrors with him. He hasn't come across well because he's been scrutinised and people have actually looked into the makeup of the man. And this whole sort of East London swagger, this whole sort of Canning Town, from Brighton. Do you know, from Brighton. You know, like vegan from Brighton. Like all that kind of like giving it the big un.
But that's the fact.
Vegan from Brighton. Like, you know, kind of giving it the big un, and like, you know, in interviews he's quite on the front foot, and there's like an element of Danny Dyer to it.
Yeah. As if he knows it all,
Yeah, and you're just like incredibly average. And I just find it so arrogant that you can be this arrogant where you go, I'm not changing my philosophy. You're like, mate, Sir Alex Ferguson was pragmatic. At times, Sir Alex Ferguson played a five-man midfield. If Manchester United, when they were the best team in the country, when they were winning doubles in this country, if they went away in Europe to Galatasaray, they play a five-man midfield, one up front. They changed their system. But you, Russell Martin, the Sir Alex Ferguson stand at Manchester United is a living homage to the greatness of that man, and that man would be pragmatic. Russell Martin, Mr. Nobody, I'm not changing my philosophy. Who on earth do you think you are?
Yeah. There's a lot of Rangers fans that agree with you, by the way.
Vegan from Brighton.
I think that's the studs up of the week, I have to say. I think Ange got off lightly. No, I'm with you. So that's current affairs, that's Premier League, that's all that. Let's move on to the not too distant future. England versus Wales on the horizon. It's international break, boys. It's international break. I don't know how you feel about it, but it is what it is. A little huff and a puff over there.
I like international football. I love international tournament football. I've been to basically every England tournament since Germany 06. I've done at least a game. I follow England home and away, and I love it. But the intrusion on the Premier League, particularly this break, I think is a little bit annoying. Because we're just gaining momentum. You know, you've just seen that moment at Stamford Bridge. You've just seen like Liverpool under the cosh. You've just seen Arsenal get a statement win, and then we're like, everyone press pause on that. We have some football matches with literally no jeopardy.
Yeah, I'm with you. How do you feel about England, Bence? I mean, you've played for them a few times as well, by the way. I have to say that, the darling boy.
That's amazing, you know.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Got the caps, haven't I?
You bought the caps in.
Let's have a look.
I bought the caps.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's
I was
have a
waiting
look.
until you got to me.
Oh, this is what I do. I come round to you.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, a bit of show and tell. I know.
I didn't know what you're doing there. I was like, oh, look what I've got.
Oh,
Hey!
look at that. It's amazing.
That is amazing.
So talk to us about them then.
Well, this is my first ever game for England against Israel at Wembley,
Wow.
which was a great game.
The year, what was
Do you remember
it?
the score?
Yeah, score in the year.
Oh, I can't remember.
You've got to get the year
I
right.
don't want to
You've got to get the year right. It is written on
He
them.
just said
It's
hat-trick.
2007.
Yeah, there was a hat-trick.
There's a Lampard hat-trick in that game. Yeah, that was my first game. I actually,
Wow.
it was, great game. And then this one was England-France.
Mm-hmm.
I come on for David Beckham that night.
Show it to the. Shall we see if we can get that on for the camera? There you
By the
go.
way, so
Yeah.
your debut, England beat Israel 3-0 at Wembley. Goals from Sean Wright-Phillips, Michael Owen and Micah Richards.
There you
No
go.
way. There you go.
I
Wow.
wonder who I come on for. Was it Sean Mike Phillips?
Leave it with me.
He's on it. He's on it. Here we go.
fact check before we say anything.
Now we do.
Yeah.
So which one was that?
And
That
this
was...
one's the France versus England at the Stade de France.
Okay. Wow.
I come on for Beckham.
I went to that.
I
went to that. We lost
and he
1-0.
got his 100th game.
I went to
Was
that.
it
We got
100th
tear
game?
gas going
100
in.
cap. Yeah.
100 cap.
Yeah.
I was at that. Ribery scored a penalty.
Did he?
Ribery.
Well, you
we lost
remember?
1-0.
No. There you
That's,
go.
that's incredible that Rory remembers and you came on.
I got tear gas going in. That was the
Yeah, but you're so like into yourself.
I can imagine.
But Bex, that's what I mean. Iconic moment. His 100th game. I'm just around for iconic
Wow,
moments.
which one was that against France?
Yeah.
So that was his 100th cap.
Yeah.
And do you know what? This is a perfect link to say McLaren. I have to sit here because I'm sat next to David Bentley. I have to ask this. McLaren compared you to Beckham.
He did.
Do you remember that time? And did it put any pressure on your shoulders, or what was your reaction to that?
That's sort of what went round in the press and so on, and obviously playing the same position and. It was unbelievable. Yeah, to be compared to a great like that, that's what you want to do.
So you took it in your stride. You
Yeah,
didn't take
you've
it
got
as
to,
in,
haven't you, as a player.
Yeah.
And this other one is my full day, sort of full 90 minutes at Wembley. Yeah, no,
That's amazing.
great.
Unbelievable.
Great, isn't they?
They're amazing.
You've got to put them on, ain't you?
It's actually amazing.
You got to put them on.
I'm just thinking.
Come on, put it on.
It would be an honour. Although it feels like something that's...
It's not going to stay on that.
There you go.
It's not going to stay on that.
That is
That's
amazing.
That's brilliant. that.
He looks like a naughty schoolboy.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
There you go.
unbelievable. That.
That is unreal. Gosh.
Amazing. I
you
can't believe that. Thanks for bringing those in, Ben.
Yeah, no.
So if we get a show and tell every week...
We seem to be a bit of a show and tell at the minute.
I like
don't we?
it.
What should we have next week?
I don't know.
That is amazing.
Well, next week, I'll tell you something. We'll come on to it later. Maybe the show and tell is how red Rory's face gets when he has the world's hottest curry. But we will come on to that shortly. Let's stick with England versus Wales. Apparently, I'm reading here, you came on for Beckham 4 times.
Did I?
You did. 8 caps, and you came on for Beckham 4 times.
Yeah, right. There you
How
go.
about
The
that?
debut was Sean Wright-Phillips. You
It
came on
was.
for the
There
debut
you
against
go,
the
look, I
debut was
remember,
Sean
look.
Wright-Phillips.
I mean, it's
Well done.
amazing. Playing for England, I mean, it is one of the best. I come through all the youth developments from under 15s. I played in the Victory Shield. Can you remember the Victory Shield?
Against like Northern Ireland and
Got a golden boot from that.
Did you?
Player of the tournament.
Who was your who was your England team?
Who
Like who are so that era would have been players
Darren
Darren Bent, Nigel
Johnson,
Reo-Coker.
Oh, good shout.
Nigel
Yeah.
Reo-Coker.
What you do is back then, see that was shown live on Sky on a Friday, and you play Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, and it was just so good. You know, being able to be on Sky around all your mates, and that's when you sort of start hitting the sort of press and so on. But from under 15s. Under 16, 17, I played every age and travelled the world. I mean, that's what it did.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember a game. We went to Brazil for a trip, played against, I think it was Brazil, Argentina and so on. And we played on Copacabana Beach, us lot, 16-year-old. I think it was Darren Bent and Glenn Johnson and that were there. We played against a Brazilian team on the beach.
Did you?
Wow.
Just for your
Just
it
mucking
was
about,
unbelievable.
sort of, yeah.
No, they have proper goals.
Oh,
and
do
you have,
they?
like, proper little game, yeah.
Wow,
It's
that's amazing.
unbelievable. But them moments that you get for England all the way through, singing the national anthem, and you know that you've reached the pinnacle of your all the way to sort of picking up caps.
Yeah,
like that.
international football is always seen as the zenith of the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
getting an England cap.
Yeah.
That is the dream. Like
it's
you've done it.
Yeah.
Started a game for England, played against France in Paris.
Yeah.
It's mental, man.
I had a great conversation. Arsene Wenger was there, and it was the first time I'd sort of seen him and had a good conversation. He was there watching the game, and I come out into the tunnel and had about a 15, 20-minute conversation with him, and he was telling me things that I never knew he even knew about me and so on,
Really?
you know, as a manager. And how complimentary he was of me, and so on, and moving on. And yeah, no, I remember that day. So you had them moments that you sort of live. You know, you at the Stade de France playing for your country, singing your anthem there, playing against some of the best players in the world. Then Beckham receives his 100th, cap and all the glory that comes with that. And then obviously coming on and playing, and then obviously the Wenger bit after.
And that was a great French side as well.
Yeah,
it was a great French side.
So did you swap shirts with anyone internationally? Beckham, or did you take his
I've
shirt?
I've got Bexy's shirt.
Yeah.
From England.
Yeah.
Wow, that's iconic.
So it's not from that specific game.
But from an England game.
Yeah, from an England game. So playing for England, it's the pinnacle of any player's sort of career. And the guys that are playing at the minute, it should be treated like that, and I think it does. I think it does.
Yeah,
for most people.
Gareth Southgate made us believe again, didn't he?
He
brought us back because there was a real lull, wasn't there, before Southgate?
Annoyingly, it was this era. It was a glorious team, and it was ruined by Steve McLaren not knowing what day it was.
Yeah,
the Wally.
The Wally.
I was at that game, the Croatia, the night that we got knocked out.
Oh, so was I. In pouring rain.
I was sat on the bench. And he was there, when he with his brolly, and just thinking, mate, what are you doing? I've told this story. Do you want me to tell it again?
Do you know what's horrific though? Just for context here, that England team that didn't make the 2008 tournament.
The
Champions League final in 2008 was England. It was all English.
Yes.
It was Man United, Chelsea. The previous year, Liverpool had been in a final. The previous 2 year, Arsenal had been in a final. The previous year, they'd won it. Man United.
Pretty sure United were in the final the year after 2008 as well.
Yeah. So you think 2008? You've had two English teams in a final. The previous year you had Liverpool in the final.
Yeah.
2006 you had Arsenal in a final. 2005 Liverpool won it. It's like the easiest time to be the England manager because it's clearly like English clubs dominating Europe.
Yeah.
Iconic player after player.
Yeah, I know.
And then they give it to Steve McLaren at the FA.
I know. In hindsight, but hindsight is a wonderful thing. But I'm with you.
Well, they became global stars, and that's when the Premier League really ignited through that period. And they had they were global icons, weren't they? Really, from Beckham to Owen to Scholes to Rooney and so on. They were on the global scale, which when it really pushed out. So,
and also the
you
players.
You imagine that they must have had a better chance of
the
winning,
players
something.
From that era. You know the players that weren't getting in the team week in, week out. You, for example. Like having outrageously brilliant Premier League seasons. Like Jamie Carragher was captaining or vice captaining Liverpool to a European Cup and wasn't starting for England.
Yeah.
That's how good England were then. And they give the keys of the kingdom to Steve McLaren, and look what happens. We don't even qualify for 2008.
I know, incredible. Let's move on to present day. England-Wales is going to be the game that we're talking about here. Bellamy doing a good job.
Yeah.
I was with him at Blackburn.
Were you really?
Perfect. I'm fascinated by
Let's
Bellamy.
talk about that then.
Go on, Bellas. I mean, now he's...
You mates? Did you get on when you played together?
Yeah, got on, yeah. Everyone gets on with me, boy. Come on.
Yeah. Does everyone get on with Bellamy, though?
Yeah, that's a good point.
He can be, or he has been an issue, but like with me... not so much, but he was a good character. But he come to Blackburn and he scored, I think it was something.
He was a class
26
player.
He was so
I rate
good.
him so highly.
Underrated,
Such
actually.
a good player.
A lot of goals.
Yeah.
Such a good player. Everywhere as well. Coventry, Liverpool, like everywhere. Just
City.
a brilliant player.
Yeah.
City killed us one year.
I know.
He absolutely killed us one year.
He was very, very good to see. So are you happy to see that he's doing well for Wales?
Yeah, I am. I think he's been through a
like...
bit of a difficult time, and I think he had a situation in the youth team at Cardiff or wherever he was with some situations, and he's gone in. What you can't take away from Bellas is his love of football. He absolutely loves football, and that's where he is. His just mind's totally obsessed with it, and he was like that when playing with him. And wherever he's gone, if you look at his career, he's done really well.
Yeah,
he's done unbelievably well.
Newcastle.
Scored goal.
Newcastle. Remember we had Newcastle in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Scored that winner. He scored a last-minute winner at Feyenoord or something like that. Like proper big goals, big game player.
Pace
I
and
think
power.
He's forgotten. You know when we talk about like best Premier League striker, I'm not suggesting he's that, but you know when we talk about the other Premier League strikers, I don't know. You hear someone mention Andy Johnson far more than you hear someone mention Craig Bellamy.
That's such a good point.
You hear someone mention like other players
you don't. Yeah,
there we go. Like who's Defoe or Bellamy? You hear loads about Defoe, but Bellamy
Let's give Bellamy his flowers. Let's put him back on the map. That's what studs up are going to do.
Pace.
Mustard player.
Yeah,
pace.
Hateful as well. So aggressive.
I know.
Like, such a good.
And when he finished, when he hit the ball, it stayed.
Just
as
a
well.
class player.
I remember when he used to get a helicopter. He was late for training once on a Monday. He'd been given Sunday off, and we were all warming up, and he flew over on his helicopter.
Did he?
Because he used to come down from Cardiff. I'm going, no, there's Bellas. But he had the band. He was ruthless. He was, when you're in the physio room on a chain, he could be. Yeah, you've got to be strong. You've got to be strong around Bellas. Yeah, it could be. He'd be ruthless. If you're not at it, you're not playing well. He'd let you know.
What would he tell you?
I'd let you know in front of everyone. But
and did he hold those standards for himself as well?
He did, because he produced.
Yeah.
When I played with him, he produced.
Yeah.
So you're like, fair play, mate. You actually go out there and do it. Effective player again. Goes out, scores the goals. He run the line. He's aggressive.
Blackburn side was good, wasn't it?
I know, yeah.
Good side.
It really was.
Yeah, he had some proper men, good players technically, but aggressive as well. But what a player.
Unbelievable.
But as a manager, I wouldn't have called him as a manager. I didn't see that.
Although
You didn't see
the
that?
football
No,
obsessive, when you said, because I was just thinking, I didn't necessarily see him as a manager, but you said something that made me go, of course he was going to be a manager. Obsessed with football.
Yeah.
Benny McCarthy,
Stats.
David Dunham being told as well. Other
Good
names.
team.
Benny McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Mate, he was, what a guy.
I know.
What a
He was
guy.
at Porto, wasn't he? He scored loads of goals
He
at
ended up
Porto.
at United.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He was
I know.
and more recently, he was the centre forward coach. Quite recently.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Mate,
I know.
technically,
held in high regard as
unbelievable.
well, by the way. Yeah.
Under Mourinho.
Porto. Yeah.
He was an unbelievable, technically gifted player. But
Santa Cruz, Roque
funny
Santa
lad.
Cruz
player.
as well.
Santa
Good
Cruz,
player.
best looking geezer I've ever seen.
Was he?
You can't take your missus out with him. She holds his hand, not yours. Santa Cruz.
He looked. There's a man who knows how to treat
Mate,
a lady.
good looking geezer. 6'3", 4".
I'm going to put Paulo Ferreira on the table here.
Paulo Ferreira. Are you saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're going most handsome footballers of a particular era,
He just makes you feel inadequate when you win. You know what I mean?
you can imagine Paulo Ferreira with like a pastel jumper delicately tied around his shoulders, swanning about the south of France.
Santa Cruz used to come out, and I felt like he took me. I was his little kid he's taken out for the day.
Yeah.
He was a class player.
Yeah.
What a player!
What a player!
Yeah,
Massive.
Went to
face.
City, didn't it?
Yeah. Really?
Really? Yes.
Are we blanking that?
He perked up, didn't you? But he was great player. Scored some unbelievable goals. Me and him had a great relationship.
Yeah.
And just but lovely guy. Great characters in the dressing room. You know, every day you're buzzing to get in. I used to get as excited just going into training. I did for the night before a game. I'd be like, get in tomorrow. And all the lads buzzing. But characters like Bellamy, McCarthy, Santa Cruz, Robbie Savage, all them people in their Blackburn team.
Yeah, good players and all. Good players.
characters.
Yeah, amazing players. Now the England side, what do we make of the way England is set up at the moment? Obviously, Rashford, for example, making his way back into the squad, clearly picking on form in some aspects. I mean, you're always going to have your favourites. What do you make, Rory? What are you looking at this England squad and thinking at the moment?
I'm thinking, why is Jude Bellingham not in the squad? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Fair enough.
I'm thinking, why is Jude Bellingham in it? And the rationale for leaving out Bellingham doesn't hold water, because Ruben Loftus-Cheek is in and he's also been injured.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make sense. The hypocrisy doesn't make sense.
There might be a slight issue there, right?
Yeah, I think there might be.
I
think he's making a statement towards
across
Bellingham.
football with his brother as well, and his dad, and the situation and some of the things that have come out. Was there a situation with
Tuchel's mother? Tuchel's mother called Bellingham repulsive.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe there's something there that you.
Bellingham is an icon, and if England are to have any luck in America, it will be because of
He's
Jude
got to
Bellingham.
be there.
Yeah.
So there's a finite amount of camps. There's a finite amount of opportunity for Thomas Tuchel to get with his players. It's not about game time. Just get with your players. Create that camaraderie, that team spirit, and the fact that he's chosen to not call up Jude Bellingham whilst calling up Ruben Loftus-Cheek to demonstrate the hypocrisy. Jordan Henderson is in this squad.
Yeah.
Like what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Good
what is
point.
going on?
Yeah, it looks like something
Phil
deeper
Foden's
there.
not in the squad.
Yeah.
Jack Grealish not in the squad. If we're picking on form over reputation, why on earth is Phil Foden not in the squad if this is about form?
Does it make you kind of question Tuchel's his reign at England? Does it make you question how good he's going to be for England?
I don't know. He comes with got a great pedigree as a sort of club manager. I think he's gone public in saying he doesn't enjoy the national team sort of management as much.
Yeah.
It's a difficult job, but he's got such an array of talent to pick from.
But not picking your best players, does that leave a bad taste in your mouth?
I think
as
it
an England
does
fan?
because you haven't got much time. International football, you've got to get your best players in. You've got to get the players that are going to have a positive effect on that tournament. I mean, leaving Bellingham out, he's a game changer. He makes things happen, and he's not going to go into his shell as he's shown in previous tournaments. And to leave him out at this stage, it just looks like there's something else there rather than just the ability or leaving your most talented player. It looks like there's something else there.
Yeah.
Grealish, he only had the best season last year. He's going to work his way back into the team. But there's so many, or Foden.
Yeah.
He didn't have the best season last season. You could stay.
He's looked good this year.
Yeah, he's looked
They've all
good this
looked
year.
good.
Yeah.
I'm worried. I'm really worried about this Tuchel appointment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I desperately hope to be wrong here, and I have been before.
What in particular are you worried about?
I don't think it's working. If you think about what Tuchel has done since he came in, I mean, we beat Andorra 1-0, which is the closest thing to a victorious defeat that you can have. Andorra 1-0. I mean, what are we doing? We lost to Senegal at home, didn't we? We lost to Senegal at Forest, which again is unacceptable. And ultimately, I don't particularly like the idea of Thomas Tuchel being England manager anyway.
No.
To be frank, but I don't like the way that he is going about the job. I don't think he's picking the right team. I think his squad selection is bonkers.
Yeah.
Leaving out Bellingham for what feels like a statement doesn't make sense to me. Like the whole point of this appointment is to win the tournament. Like he's not England manager this time next year.
Yeah.
Long gone, in fact.
Yeah.
So he's been appointed to win a tournament. So get in there, get the harmony right, get everyone feeling good. How can you have a problem with arguably our best player?
Yeah. Yeah, do you know what? We're going to... I hope you're wrong, but I do understand your concerns. We're going to look at the England-Wales game a little bit more. We're going to do a joint bet builder. We're all going to put a bet builder together at the end of the podcast. But before we do that, we're going to move on to a section we did last week that has been received very good, is Mount Rushmore. We've got another Mount Rushmore with a different topic this week. We're going to do, right, this is an unbelievable topic. So we're going to have to do one pick each, right? And then have to come to a consensus on the fourth. Right. It's the best British player of all time.
Oh,
I've got the answer to this, I think.
So you've got your selection from Mount Rushmore
mate,
already.
this is a hard one.
Let's start on your side of the table.
You think it's?
I think it isn't.
British,
I've learned the
of
answer.
all time.
It's not a player that
All
I've
time.
seen. I think I certainly have a contender. Do you want my four or do you want the numero uno?
I want your pick, so number one.
Okay, number one, the best British footballer of all time.
Yeah.
Is Sir Bobby Charlton.
I like it.
If you think about everything that he did, if you think about what he went through, he was on the plane.
Yeah, I know.
He was on it. He then won Manchester United a European Cup for the first time ever.
Yeah.
He was integral to the rebuild of Manchester United
One of the greatest
under Sir
players
Alex
of all
Ferguson.
time. Part of the DNA.
Not only did he win Manchester United their first ever European Cup, having been on the plane in Munich, England's World Cup.
Yeah.
He was integral to England winning a World Cup. I don't see how it can't be. This isn't a player I've seen, obviously. I never had the privilege. And I've only learnt what I'm telling you now. This isn't my own story
I'm
at all.
with you. Yeah.
But I believe that the correct answer is Sir Bobby Charlton as the best British footballer of all time.
So that's Rory's pick. That's the first face on Mount Rushmore. Bent's.
George Best.
Oh, that was mine.
Was it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. We're on the same wavelength. I'm going to have to pivot now. But yeah,
George,
go on then, George Best.
Well, George Best, due to his unbelievable, iconic, maverick, the beauty of him, the way he played football.
Yeah.
Obviously, didn't see him firsthand, but what you can pick up online and see what he's done. And his legacy has continued to this day.
Proper character footballer.
What a character. And even watching him on Gillette Soccer Saturday through my...
Yeah.
used to love him on there.
Yeah.
But what an icon of the game and the way, I think globally as well, the way he's received globally. You could go anywhere in the world and George Best would be on the tip of a lot of people's tongues.
Well, they sing it all the time,
Bobby
don't
Charlton
they?
be on?
They sing it all the time at Old Trafford. You know?
Yeah.
When I die and they lay me to rest,
Yeah.
go on with Georgie Best.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, a true icon. And like, you know, in terms of the character, which is kind of what I want from footballers. I know we're losing that, but you know, some of the quotes, you know, like didn't somebody have to? He had a massive win on the horses, massive win on the horses, and he's in a hotel room, and he's got Miss World in there, and he orders champagne, and he orders champagne, and the waiter brings up the champagne. He's got Miss World and a load of money on the bed, and he's got the champagne in his hand, and the waiter goes, "George, where did it all go wrong?" It's brilliant, isn't it? Like a true icon.
Yeah, level of icon. I don't think I can.
That is he's an unbelievable icon of the game. I think inspiring from the way he lived.
The way you play, you were always going to say George Best, right?
Yeah,
it's the kind
you go.
So now I'm in a sticky situation because I was going to go Georgie Best, so I'll pivot. I'm just thinking, I mean, there's a lot of good play. I'm thinking best ever or level of icon. Where do I draw from? I'm going to say, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to chuck a spanner in there and give you, in my opinion, the best Welsh player of all time, and I'm going to put him on Mount Rushmore in terms of ability, in terms of trophies won. I'm going to go for Gareth Bale, you know.
Oh, I thought he was going to go
Giggsy.
Do you know what? Gareth Bale is almost definitely, factually, Britain's best export.
Yeah.
Like nobody, Ian
agreed.
Rush, Gary Lineker, nobody's gone abroad and done more. 3 European Cups in a row. Like goals in finals. And best goal in a final.
For me, the best goal of all time, I think that is the best goal of all time, which again, I think just adds to his case to go on Mount Rushmore. To do a bicycle kick from that far out and to hit the part of the net that it hit as well, by the way. That is the trajectory on that. Unbelievable. I don't think we'll see that again.
It's such a strange thing around football, isn't it? And people throughout history don't get the credit. They kind of, I think we've discussed it before, like Kane or some players, whether it's, maybe Giggs not being accepted into the Hall of Fame, this sort of thing, whether it's stuff they have off the pitch or whether it's just not endeared to the sort of public. It's sort of a strange, sometimes they don't get the credit. For something, Bale, how can he not be received? How can he not be received? Just because he played a bit of golf?
You're right.
It's a strange one.
I'm going purely on ability there. I think, level of icon, that comes with time, doesn't it? And nostalgia will be kind to Gareth Bale, I'm sure, when we look back at the archives. But, so, as it stands, we've got Wales, we've got Northern Ireland, England, and we've got a fourth face to pick. Do we go Scotland, or do we just chuck some names out there?
I think we don't. I don't think we have to go Scotland. Just pick the best Brit. Like,
okay,
if it's all English or all Scottish or like who is
I like
who
that.
Is the?
So let's throw some names out there then. People are going to say,
Jimmy Graves,
Wayne Rooney, Gaza. Some people might say. Well, see,
Gaza.
Yeah.
Just to ask the question, is it Ryan Giggs?
It could be.
Giggs won 13 league titles.
I mean, he's one of my favourite ever players.
Like, I don't understand this situation that we live in now where we kind of pretend Ryan Giggs didn't exist. Ryan Giggs is one of the most glorious footballers I've ever had the privilege of watching.
Yeah.
Him marauding down the wing when I was a kid, scoring iconic goals, beating people for fun.
Yeah.
And then sort of redefining himself.
I'm so glad you said that.
Central midfield anchor. Yeah. Like, Ryan Giggs is undoubtedly one of the most gifted footballers that Britain has ever produced.
I think of all time. I'd go as far as that. I think Ryan Giggs is criminally underrated, never brought up into conversations. I'm happy to put him on the table because it was between Bale and Giggs for me.
I don't think it can be. The problem we have is, can it be both?
What, as in two Welsh, to the best Welsh players on Mount Rushmore?
Basically, no, I don't. I wouldn't mind that. So, okay, let's put down the other contenders.
Go on.
So, Bobby Moore is an icon.
Yeah. I think level of icon, he's right up there.
Wayne Rooney obviously needs to be discussed here.
Yeah.
I did think about it.
Wayne Rooney, again, this is another one, isn't it? Wayne Rooney, at one point in his life, was England's top ever goal scorer and Manchester United's top ever goal scorer.
Yeah.
And people go, I don't rate him.
No, I know.
And you're like, you're a moron.
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney is one of the most gifted footballers that we will ever see. He is comparable to the very, like, in terms of like technical ability, he's up there with the best. He's up there. Whoever you believe the king of this castle is, if you think it's Messi, if you think it's whoever you think it is, Wayne Rooney was integral to Cristiano Ronaldo's career.
Yeah.
He sacrificed himself to allow Cristiano Ronaldo the platform to have that season. He was one of, if not the most naturally gifted English footballers ever.
Yeah.
He then had the ability to hone that talent and make it into what it is.
Yeah.
So I think Rooney is
right up there. Do you know what?
Rooney's up there.
We're getting pushed.
Roy Keane.
British, David.
Yeah.
He's had a mare there. Yeah. He's had an absolute mare
I don't know
there.
if Roy Keane will like me.
I'm thinking Irish there. I'm going, no. Cut that out.
No, definitely leave that in.
Bence, let's start with you as we go around the table. It could influence us as we go on because I'm not too precious about it. Give me a shout for the fourth face on Mount Rushmore. Best British players of all time. Go on, Bence.
Kenny Dalglish.
You putting him up there?
Yeah, fair shout, man.
Is that who you're going to put?
I think that's a good shout.
I think it's a great shout. I think it's a great shout.
I think there's so many Gaza.
I'm going to cause you mayhem here, and our editor mayhem, and our producer mayhem.
Go on.
I'm taking on my list. I play by my own rules. Gareth Bale is off. Ryan Giggs is on.
He's taking my pick off.
Ryan Giggs is on 13 league titles over eras. Did it over decades.
What we'll have to say is
Glenn Hoddle.
Bale's locked in. Unfortunately,
Bale's locked. Okay.
So Giggs is your shout for the fourth face.
Rooney,
That's
Wayne
what we'll
Rooney.
say. Oh, you going Rooney?
Wayne Rooney, because it can't not be Rooney. Like
So
I think it's Bale or Giggs, Rooney.
Yeah.
So we've
This
got-
is doing me in.
We've got
because
George Best.
Yeah, George Best.
We've got
Bobby Charlton.
and
Yeah.
we've got Gareth Bale.
God, if we're Rooney, we're Man United heavy, aren't we?
Yeah.
But it is what
But
it is. It is what it is.
So we got the Rooney shout. We've got the Dalglish shout. I'll pick a decider. I'm going to go.
He's a Man United fan. I know. He's got a tricky one here. He's a Man United fan.
I'm going Wayne Rooney. We're locking him
Didn't see
in.
that coming.
Oh,
did you?
yeah.
The Man United
No,
fan
Man
hasn't
United.
chosen a Liverpool legend.
And there we go. I can hear the comments section going berserk
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now as we speak. But look, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's a
difficult to
difficult
call.
one.
Yeah.
Especially when you pick Irish players. I mean,
Yeah.
He makes it very difficult.
That is
Yeah.
really difficult.
makes it really hard.
it makes it really difficult.
Right, we're moving on to what is the final section of the podcast. It is the Studs Up Bet Builder. It's not the Studs Up Backer. We're all working together this week for England versus Wales. Let's talk about it, though. Right, we've been going up to the international break. We've been building ACCAs every week. David Bentley sits top of the table on 3 points because he predicted the draw in week one.
Look,
I got points on the board last week for going Man United to beat Sunderland. You boys didn't think that would happen.
yeah.
Rory, bottom of the table on 0 points.
My predictions are no good. Who knew?
He's not putting his money where his mouth is. But I think we agreed last week a hot wing challenge or a spicy curry challenge. We're going to go with world's spiciest curry. What do we want to do? What do you think, Ben?
Go for curry. It's nice.
What do you think? Curry, world's spiciest curry, or do you want to do the hot wing
World's
gauntlet?
spiciest curries in Brick Lane, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
You have to sign a
What we
waiver.
could do is just go for a normal curry.
No,
nice
no,
curry.
no,
and then you go
Spicy.
spice it up a bit.
No.
He just wants to have a little Madrid.
Yeah.
No, mate. It's hotter than...
Me and Bence are going to be stood over you like school teachers. You're going to have the curry in front of you. We're going to get the cameras on, and we're going to have to see how
He's
you
got
do
to
it.
do
I'm game.
There we go.
A full spoonful, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm
Big
game.
spoon.
I'm up for it. I'm up for
You're
it. This doesn't intimidate me.
All right, he's up for it. Right, we're going to do it. Yeah,
we're doing it.
We'll see how quickly we can do that. Definitely the next couple of weeks. And of course, you guys watching will see that and enjoy it, I'm sure. So there you go. Unlucky Rory, but we've got next time, it's going to reset.
Okay.
And,
Let's get this right.
We'll go
Let's really
So I
give
am the
this a due
greatest pundit
diligence,
here,
right?
Yeah, should we just
let's
clarify
get
that?
this right. Let's get this bet builder England Wales completely correct.
Well, you've been allocated a market. So your market is you have to pick the first goal scorer in that game. That's how we're going to build this.
Okay, am I allowed to talk to you? Am I allowed to confer with my teammates?
Of course you can.
Okay, do you believe Marcus Rashford starts?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Marcus Rashford scores.
Okay. All right.
First goal scorer, Marcus Rashford.
First goal scorer, Marcus. All right, that's 8-5 as it stands with talkSPORT Bet. All right, I like it because I'm on the same line of thinking.
He's playing well at the minute.
He's playing well. I'm not offended by
I think
that
he's
at all.
confident.
Got
He's
something
going
to
in
prove
there.
as well, I think.
Yeah,
and he will
Tuchel's-
want to go to the World Cup, and this is his way of making sure. Because also a lot of the other players that are kind of competing for that position in the team, they're being overlooked. Foden would be they're being overlooked. So if he can now score, have a good game, this could really set his place in stone.
This is what he set out to do with that Barcelona move. His redemption arc is fully on track.
100%.
Bence, you've been allocated the total goals in this game.
I think there'll be a few goals, maybe.
Tuchel's team, remember, lads. Tuchel's team. He's not a.
Right, do I have to cut? Yeah, I know.
He's not a.
I think there'll be a few goals.
It could be, but he's not that. What he's not going to do, he's not going to do like a free scoring Terry Venables England team.
Yeah.
It's not going to be
A
that.
3-1.
You want to do score
Four
prediction?
goals.
Yeah.
4 goals.
Four goals.
You
Four
can-
goals.
So
3-1.
over 3.5
Sounds
goals.
over 3.5.
Over 3.5
Over 3.5.
goals. Yeah. Happy with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Over
I
3.5.
went
I think that's
6. I nearly went 6.
I'll take that. What was
Well,
what was that?
we'll go 3-1.
We don't care about
11
that.
to 1,
3-1.
by the way, altogether so
There we
far.
go.
And I've been asked player to assist. Ooh, that's difficult because I'd have probably went Rashford,
He could though. You could still.
I know.
He could. Look, imagine if he gets on a score sheet, he's almost. He'll go again, won't he? He could easily do that.
I don't want to go too Rashford heavy though. That's the thing.
Who else are you thinking? Who else is in there?
I'm thinking if this plays like Rashford on the field, then Kane could get an assist. That's what I'm thinking. We know about him being a good passer
He's
of the
got
ball.
ankle injury.
Is he not? He's not playing.
I think he's sat out training. I think he's sat out training today.
Oh, you're joking.
He
could still. Who definitely start? Who
Anthony
definitely
Gordon, will he
starts?
start? Eze,
Anthony Gordon's too much of a risk.
Eze in a 10.
Eze in the team.
Again, it's a risk though. This is the problem.
Come on, let's get this right. Who's it going to be?
You know what I'm going to do? With that being said, are you bringing up what the
This will
predicted
define
lineups
us.
gonna be?
This will define us.
Okay,
I'm
I'm not going to go too early. Rory's going to pull up the projected starting 11. We'll have a little look, and I'm going to give this all the time it needs.
So if Rashford's going to, we're going with Rashford.
Rashford to score first.
Who's going to be the most likely player to set Rashford up?
Okay, right.
I'm coming off that
Midfielders,
left.
right? Midfielders.
Go on.
Gibbs White. No, it's none of them. Okay, Bowen, Eze, Gordon, Kane, Rashford, Saka, Watkins.
Saka.
I think he plays.
You think Saka plays?
I think he plays.
Okay, Saka then.
I'm going
If
Saka.
he plays, I think he will do it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But then he might have to assist Rashford here.
Yeah, no. If we're going for a full combo, will he? It depends what we believe in
Have I
most. Do
caused
we
problems? Have I caused problems? Do you think Rashford is the assister and we go Kane goal?
But is he
believe?
playing?
No, but Kane, I don't think he's going to play.
You
I
know
think
what?
Rashford's a good shout based on confidence, form, and yeah.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go full circle with it. I'm landing it. I'm locking it in. There's nothing you guys can do about it.
Go.
And Rashford to assist as well. I think he has a blinder. There we go. I'm going to do it. We've got Rashford to
This will
score.
define our whole future. This is important.
Yeah,
29 to 1.
Yeah.
29 to 1. Rashford
20.
to score and assist and over 3.5 goals. So there we go.
Okay, I'm gonna do this bet.
Rashford
I'm actually going to put my
money.
money where my mouth is.
Maybe you could play 1-2 off the post.
I will whack a tenner on this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Okay. And then you can pay for your curry with that as well. So
My winnings.
Yeah, he's got to pay for the camera.
you got paid for the curry. That's part of the forfeit. There we go. So there's our bet builder. That's going to be on talkSPORT Bet site on an app as well. You can have a look at that. And unfortunately, boys, I have to say that is it. That's it. That's the end of episode 4.
do that
You
to
boys
me.
had fun, yeah?
It's great fun, always.
I'm going to miss you. Miami boy, look. He loves you.
Miami boy, I love that.
Rory Jennings will wear shorts in the Arctic. I've said with his shades on. Don't worry, it ain't that cold out here.
And that is the perfect way to do an outro to this show. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We talkSPORT Bet. I've been Ryan Scott Douglas. He's been David Bentley. He's been Rory Jennings. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.